PunchPod in stereo. Every week, PunchPod brings you live stand-up comedy from Seattle. And now, episode 14.
I understand why roses are romantic. I do not understand why rose petals are. To show my love for you, I got you something beautiful, and then I destroyed it.
Yeah, I'm from Tacoma, no big deal. But it's funny, if you look at the actual word Tacoma, it says a lot about my life. Taco and coma. They're good. 2 for $1. Did you know a dog can smell 1,000 times better than a human can smell? 1,000 times better. Wow, that's impressive, really? So you're telling me when my dog sits at the end of the couch and licks her ass for 2 hours until the entire living room smells like dog ass, what you're telling me is that she can smell that 1,000 times better than we can? That is the stupidest fucking animal I've ever heard of in my life. Are you kidding me? That's fucking ridiculous.
I work with a lady named Eileen, and I really wish she would just like fuck something up so I could be like, come on, Eileen.
Here's a funny thing I heard today. Cher wrote a really nasty tweet about Mitt Romney. Didn't know we had so many Cher fans here. I think she's just mad that Romney passed her as the most plastic person in America.
No, what really drives me crazy is feminine hygiene product commercials. Because I'm over 40, right? So I grew up in the 70s, and back in the 70s they were super vague. Like they hardly showed the box. There'd just be a woman running on the beach like, oh, my period's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Yeah, no, when I was 9, I asked my mom, I'm like, when am I gonna get my period? I love the beach. But these days, not so vague. Like back in the 70s, they had this product called FDS. Feminine deodorant spray. That's what they would say at the end of the commercial, but today it's like they just have a woman on TV going, does your cooter stink? You should try this.
I actually think gay relationships are better than straight relationships. I do, because one of my best friends is gay, my buddy Pablo, and he told me this story, and when he told me this, I was like, that's how it should be. My buddy Pablo went out with 4 dudes, they're all gay. One of them he didn't know, he just met this night. So they go out, a couple hours go by, and Pablo starts flirting with this guy he just met. A couple more hours go by, and Pablo starts making out with this guy he just met. End of the night comes, and Pablo says to this guy he had just met that night, he goes, do you want to come home with me? And the guy says yes. And then Pablo says, quote, all right, now, you know if you come home with me, we're gonna fuck. And the guy goes, yeah. And I'm like, that would never fucking happen for me, ever. There's no fucking way.
I just cover all my food in condiments, just as much as possible. I get 1 slice of pizza, I just cover it in Parmesan and oregano and red chili flakes. Man, just trying to max up all my calories. It's been pretty scary. Like, you ever wipe your butt?
What?
You ever just wipe your butt? Yeah. You ever just kind of like look at it and you're like, I hope that's a red chili flake.
I was watching a TV, like I do a lot, and there's this guy, and it's not the same guy, but there was one of those things where it's between shows, and they're trying to get you excited about the shows coming up, and there's a guy that talks in this voice, and he's all over television. He's like, coming up next on Bones. The fucking Bones and the guy from Angel gonna see a dead body or some shit. But But it's not just that. It's every channel has a guy that talks like that. He's like, coming up next on the Food Network, you fucking food and stuff. And even commercials like Tampax tampons are real good at being whatever tampons do. And why nobody likes that? Why do people talk like that like all over television? Like market research turned out that people like it when people talk like fucking assholes all the time. Our research has shown, because if you met someone in real life that was like, nice to meet you, my name's, you'd be like, fuck you. Get the fuck away from me. I have mace. I defend myself like a woman, I guess.
Instead of that shot of Jaeger, I recommend you just have a safe sex on the beach. You know? You ever had that? Have you had that drink? It's just juice with no alcohol. That's what I recommend. Have you ever had a crying masturbation on the beach? Have you had that drink? Of course you haven't. That's just a sad personal reference.
Punchpaw is recorded live at Punchline Fridays and Tuesdays in Seattle. Tonight's episode starred Parker Postini, Cameron Mazuka, Brett Hamill, Anthony Calderon, David France, Rick Taylor, Jay Hollingsworth, Sam Snyder, Travis Vogt, and Abby Drake. This has been Punchpod. Find more at www.punchlinefridays.com. And thanks for listening. I'm your announcer, Adolph Oliver Bush.